Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination thrive. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair.
Welcome to what is surely to be an absolute waste of time, especially for me. Usually, when I hit the play button, when I hit the start stream button, I'm pleasantly awaiting to engage you all, but not today. Not today. Because today, for an hour and 22 minutes, we are going to endure what has to be, in my lifetime on this planet, one of the fucking dumbest movies I've ever opened my eyes to. Been around since the 70s. I've seen a lot of movies. You have to get up there to be this bad, to be this memorably as bad. There's three movies that you'll always hear me refer to when you say dumb movie to me. One of them is Dumb and Dumber, Dude, Where's My Car, and Ace Ventura. I would rather have a goat kick me in the balls with both hooves than watch these movies. But because of our viewership, because you guys held up your end of the bargain, and because you guys are sending me or helping to send me to San Diego Comic-Con in style, this is for you. I'm going to bite the bullet for you. I don't even care if I have bad internet today, because the bad internet may improve the prospects of watching this dreck. So we're gonna get this started like immediately. We're not gonna talk too much before or after this. This is like medicine. This is like a shot in the ass that you got to go to the doctor to take. You just want to get it over with. So let me bring on one of the contributors to our campaign. Clint, how are you doing?
What's up?
And someone whose poor taste in movies is the only is going to be the only upside to this movie. He's going to be the only person probably on the screen defending this piece of shit movie, and that's Brad.
How are you doing there, co-host? All righty then.
Yeah. I don't even care about the viewer count, because between the fact that it's an awful movie and Brad's awful jokes and impersonation, we're probably going to drive away our viewers. But I'm going to say this before we start this. You can come back. It's okay to come back to the channel. We don't always sink this low. We have good moments. We have high spots. This isn't one of them.
Yeah, right after this.
Yeah, so if you are a first timer, I'm sorry. I am saddened that this is the first thing you're going to see from us. So we're watching this. Aaron, our Australian buddy. As a matter of fact, let me get her in there, because I need somebody to counter your nonsense today.
I couldn't find a rubber duck, so I found a rubber head.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, like I said, there's nothing you could do to this moment to make it more ridiculous than actually us watching this movie. So there you go.
This is going to be
all right. Like I said, this is an awful movie. There's no defense for it, but
it's going to be the greatest watch party the Sci-Fi Center has ever done, up to and including every watch party we've done in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I mean, Scary Movie is superior to this trailer.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I
No,
put the
the hell
link
it's
to
not.
the Internet Archive because under no circumstances do I want you wasting any money on this movie. So Aaron sent me a link. It's in the it's side to the top. Once again, I wish I could tie an apology to our brand new. You guys that have been in before, you know, you're part of this corrupt campaign, so fine. I don't care. But the people who are like tuning in for the very first time, like I said, I will issue you an apology.
Hey,
5 months
this one is not blamed on me.
No, this one is this one I can be Larry. How can I hate this movie? Real easy. That's easy. Watch it. All you got to do is watch it. From the opening credits to the closing credits, it is literally one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen. I wouldn't put classic into this. Maybe we'll get around to watching a Jim Carrey classic. It's none of these fucking movies. Jesus, that's a tie, dude. That's like two donkeys running backwards in a race. There's just no winning there. The two worst movies I've ever seen, dude. Like I said, I don't know. That's a good question, Clint, but that's a tough one. Good day. How's it? I don't care how everybody in the chat's doing today. Yeah,
Aaron,
this is your fault, buddy.
Yeah, she's asking for a link.
Yeah, I just sent it to you in your messages. Aaron.
It makes you feel better. You could watch the Truman Show and Spotless Minor after to wash off the stank of Ace Ventura. Why'd you want to do that? It's the best of those three.
Okay, see, you're on the verge of not being taken seriously. Credibility is on the line. When you say shit like that, people are going to clip it. You know, like
William, you took Brad seriously before?
Yeah, like I said, it's always the new viewers I'm worried about. All right. It has.
So, William, in your darkest dreams, did you ever think, oh, I'm going to start a channel. It's going to be all about sci-fi geekdom and everything else. And then you're watching Ace Ventura.
Yeah, well, at the very least, I'd hope to be watching good movies. But, you know, like I said, today is an exception because this is not a good movie. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this started.
I think Bruce Almighty and Batman Forever. No, neither of those.
What? Batman Forever? Bruce Almighty's just stupid. It's not a
Bruce Almighty is almost as good as Ace Ventura.
No, Bruce Almighty is just a Saturday Night Live skit that goes too long. Batman Forever, he fits in Batman Forever, so no.
No, come on. Is it Jim Carrey gaining the power of God for a week? Come on, that's hilarious.
It sounds stupid as it rolled off your tongue. So, yeah, that's all right.
It's the answer. Here we go.
Shut up. We're just going to start. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, there we go.
Off to the races. Here we go. The Regency Films or Enterprises logo, whatever it is, with the themes are Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, or Morgan Creek. Sorry, is what it's called.
I don't think there's too many movies I've watched that are stupid from end to end. You got it to be stupid from end to end. That's a lot of hard work. You have to try to be this bad.
Well, I mean, again, it starts off with like Jim Carrey like hits the ground running comedically, where it's like just beating the hell out of this package.
Hey, William, it's a Warner Brothers production.
Yeah, I know. This is back when Warner Brothers made good movies and didn't fuck me. If there's one movie that I needed studio interference, I needed them to interfere, not make the movie. That's what we needed.
I mean, how can you not find this hysterical? The delivery guy, like just absolutely just beating this package to death.
Courtney Cox is in it. There's so many people
who
have careers
like a year or two before Friends started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And this, of course, before Scream. Droga asks, "What is a pet detective?" A pet detective is one who handles a. Oh, where did I?
It's a stupid concept, Droga. That's what it is.
Well, there's only one of them, and that's Ace Ventura.
Thank God.
God, he's just sling that elevator or smash on this package.
None of this is funny, dude. I think you're just laughing for the sake of laughing.
This is Jim Carrey, like back when he was, at his height on In Living Color, and his claim to fame before this. I mean, literally was he was the white dude on Living Color. I mean, that was when
you do stupid shit like this in segments. It's like Will Ferrell. I can't sit through a full movie of him But he's on a Saturday Night Live. He's hilarious. But like 2 hours of it, fuck no.
The funniest thing about Ace Ventura was Ace Ventura 2 when he was getting stabbed with the spears.
All righty then. I have a package for you. I actually saw a YouTube comment on this video where somebody, says they work for UPS and they say when they deliver one of these, it sounds like that. We call them Ace Ventura packages.
Yeah, they gave him his start, but remember, In Living Color was a funny show from opening, and they didn't care. They didn't care whether
they get canceled like 80 times over today.
Yeah, them and Mad TV are two shows that just didn't care. They were going to offend you, and you just had to make a decision whether you were going to keep them on the air or not.
Aaron still hasn't got the StreamYard link. So.
Hold on, let me send it again.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna send. Aaron's gonna shoot, or William's gonna send it over to Aaron.
Hold on. Oh, message failed to send.
You just had.
All right, there it is.
Did you get it?
I got it. Yeah, something was wrong with the Twitter.
You just have yourself a good day. Take care now. Bye then. By the way, Jim also, William, like for all your frustration with this movie, Jim Carrey actually is a co-writer on this. He co-wrote with Tom Shadyac and.
Fuck, who cares? Listen, I don't need trivia for this movie. I don't need to be behind the scenes. The only question I want is how did it get made and why was it made? That's it. No one's going to be able to give me a good enough answer to that question. So there we go.
I said get. Essentially, in every contest, there must be a loser. Who's her? He's phonetically spelling out loser for us.
You're trying to turn this movie into some kind of science that is impossible for it to be.
Randall Tex Cobb, by the way, who is portraying the guy who's chasing after the dog.
Yeah, not his best movie.
No, it's his best movie by far. All righty then. And again, much to William's chagrin, this Ace Ventura was the opening salvo of what would prove to be Jim Carrey's seminal year of 1994. He had 3 big hits with Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and
Most
Dumber.
people who have moments like this go on to better stuff. What happened with this guy?
Well, and then next year he was the Riddler.
Okay, so we had 2 years. We had 18 months of what happened?
And then it's like when was Eternal Sunshine? That was 2003.
It's 2004.
Okay, yeah. So it's like 10 years later, like he went on this, so he would not have gotten Eternal Sunshine if he had not established his stock.
I find that to be absolute pure bullshit because I'm sorry. I mean, an opening salvo to your career should actually lead to escalating things over 10 years.
It was objectively a very good year for Jim Carrey because again, it's like
what?
I mean, 3 back-to-back hits between Ace Ventura and the Mask is probably kind of the sort of the anomaly and all that because that that is a comic book movie, but it's also a very rejiggered from its source material as because like William probably tell you from it's a lot wackier than the much darker, more violent source material.
They couldn't put that on the screen.
Aaron's here, of course. Aaron,
let's talk about the Outback.
I could not do this without Aaron.
Why are you doing it with anybody? This is
What's Pet to do? Well, he detects where Pats have been kidnapped from. Ace Ventura is the best at it. Come on.
Concept alone, just reading that in the description alone would have turned me off.
What was that?
Maltese cross. The dog, it's a Maltese cross.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the poster said it was a Shih Tzu. You know, on the Missy poster says a Shih Tzu. So
Oh
You
wow!
can- you can tell
Thank
that
you
it's
for
that
noticing
it's,
that detail,
it's
Brad.
possibly the Maltese.
So that means that Ace is such a good pet detective that he could find the correct breed of dog even when you misidentify him on the poster. That's how good Ace Ventura is at his job at pet
Yeah.
detection.
That's how fucking stupid this movie is. That's what it is.
By the way, it's also pretty it's dated in the aspect of Dan Marino's role in it. What's he up to lately? I mean he's retired from pro football,
He's a
right?
retired Hall of Famer. He just shows up to
He's selling
shows.
stuff on commercials.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of does that in this
making
movie too.
Okay. The question is, what movie do you like better, this one or the sequel?
This one.
I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering that question.
I probably. That's a good question for me. I might need to think on that because I could go either way. I like them roughly equal. I mean, because they're both like they're and that's the appeal of like for me is like they're really just it's they're live action cartoons. That's what Jim Carrey really established himself as here. He was a Looney Tunes character brought to life.
Hey,
And telling
William,
you why Looney Tunes characters should not be brought to life. If there's ever a trivia answer, what's that? Clint?
Yes, Satan. Oh, sorry, sir. You sounded like someone else.
I could get you a plane ticket, William, about 15, 20 minutes.
Nah, I'm good. Why are there 27 people watching this? You guys,
There should be a 0 behind that number. William, just turn this into a stream where you praise Dan Marino and talk about his career. At least have fun and talk sports talk.
This is like I said. This is as I put in the description. This is a tragedy. This is an absolute. And it would, like I said, if it were just some throwaway actor who wasn't a good actor, who wasn't in good movies, I've actually seen this person in good movies, it wouldn't matter. If it was just fucking Yahoo Serious or somebody that or what's his name, Pauly Shore or something like that. No offense to Pauly Shore, but you're not an A-lister like that. Then I'd be like, you know what? But I actually seen this guy in good movies. I've actually seen this same guy doing this stupid shit in really good movies, and I'm like, what happened? And if like I always say, is that what you wanted to happen? And if he's okay with it, then I'm okay with it. We'll just watch his movies to raise funds.
Are you? Mark Margola is the landlord here.
Well,
Scarface.
think of this movie when you're eating your bacon wrapped hot dogs, William.
That's all I'm gonna. I'm thinking about this shit right now. Matt, I might go make some
real quick thing. When Ace does that, there the whole thing is like, okay, take care now, bye. Then he swings the door. I distinctly remember the day we got the news that Walter Hamada was no longer DC Films head. That was the gift the Film Junkie put out, was take care now, bye then, slam. That's how we all thought. That's how we were all feeling that day.
Well, no, there were still people telling me he was going to be around in transition. I'm like, no, he's not, dude.
No, he's
not.
Come to me, jungle friends.
Did you ever watch
the thing that who this movie appealed to is frightening to me.
Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead. What was that, Aaron?
Did you ever watch the cartoons?
I didn't watch the cartoon.
What? Did I ever do what?
There was a cartoon. There was a kid's.
I can barely stomach this movie. You had just asked me if I wanted to watch a cartoon.
I'm asking you guys collectively.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't want to watch the live action ever again, let alone the cartoon.
I never saw. And actually, that actually had that had 3 seasons. That got a pretty good run. I never saw the cartoon. And I've only seen the first 2 movies. I have not seen either. Ace Ventura Jr. It's about his son. Yeah, I've not seen that either. It's only been Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura that I am familiar with.
Yeah, it was on. I think it was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, they did. They also had like a cartoon follow up to Dumb and Dumber, and I think The Mask too. They had a lot of like. It's kind of like
the Mask. You could have.
The Mask works better because the Mask was a little bit more child friendly maybe than Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber were. They did that a lot, where like they had these cartoon sequels to movies that were definitely not for kids during the 90s.
And then they made that I think it was a prequel where Ace Ventura is a child or something.
I don't think I heard about that one.
We're getting into the weeds that need to be cut down. Yep.
Well, then I want to see that story he shares about like the dog that was chasing him. It's like I couldn't get away, and he sank his teeth in the back of my neck. Then I woke up, and I felt the back of my neck. I want to see that story. Look at this. I mean, again,
wow.
Going for that dove and falling off the building and surviving. Come on, that is
what, Brad?
And that face he makes when he lands. I mean, Jim Carrey is just one of the funniest dudes that's ever walked the earth.
And I like that they have Courtney Cox in it.
Yeah,
She's
this is kind of
pretty good actress.
Well, this is before she really broke out too. This is before, I think, right before Friends started, and before she was in Scream. So this is kind of like pre-breakout Courtney Cox.
Hey, William, Sean Young's in it. She was in
Blade Runner. Yeah,
Blade Runner.
Must have been a tough streak for her.
She could have just wanted to do something funny.
I think this is just a paycheck.
You think that was a paycheck?
Well, I mean, William, what does the Joker tell us in Dark Knight? If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Yeah, but don't do it stupidly either. When this movie comes out on digital, William, you should do a watch party. Okay, nah. I had no interest, to be honest with you. I mean, I might see the movie when it hits Max, but that's a masterclass of Warner Brothers, just basically getting people to take all the liability for a movie that never should have been made and then making a profit off of it. They spun that movie around in so many different directions to the point where the only people that aren't going to lose money off of it is them. That's actually, say what you will about that company. They worked that.
By the way, because I pulled this up on Amazon, are you watching this is probably a stupid question, but are you watching the extended cut of this?
That's a stupid question.
Well, because that adds in, because I only ever saw it like through the extended home release version. I didn't see it theatrically as a kid because my parents were going to take me to see this at that age. But when I saw it, it has some added stuff like this. We're at the dolphin tank scene now, and it has the added part where he imitates like the dolphin trainer. I was like, Heinz geht's well, was ein Trainer Dolphin. That's not in the version I'm watching, unfortunately.
I'm at the stadium. Where are you at?
Yeah, it's at the stadium. Like when he goes into check out the dolphin tank. Martha Mitz.
And it gets dumber with each section. That's the thing. It's like it doesn't get better. And you're watching a little ticker at the lower left of the screen. You're like, I feel myself. I'm gonna go have to read something to bring back the intelligence I'm losing by watching this movie.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Heat is this Jay silent? So I'm going to say Heat Blaze. I'm going to say, hey, hello, Heat.
Oh, by the way, William, it's like, how can you, go ahead, Aaron.
You go.
Well, I was going to say, it's like, William, how can you not appreciate this, this section of the movie where he does the William Shatner impression, Captain's Log, the 97 blind.
That's an easy question, Brad, because it's not William Shatner and it's a horrible impression. It's much like your impressions.
So far, I'm going to find him. If I tear this universe another black hole, I've got to, mister!
I may not have paid for this, but I am enjoying the conversation.
And don't forget, there was a skit in Living Color where they did a Star Trek skit.
Yeah,
Where
I
he
remember
was-
that.
I just got do it, Captain. I did have the power. I'm going to be quoting the hell out of this movie the whole time. So
One of the
Which
best
doesn't
Star
say
Trek
much for
skits
you right now.
was William Shatner telling his groupies, "Get a life. It's just a TV show."
how are you getting this work done with all the shouting? That's from the deleted scene that's not in this version, but is very hilarious in the extended cut of Ace Ventura.
I'll have to
The
trust you.
hilarity
That was
thing
not
that there's an
hilarity
extended
from your
cut
mouth.
of Mace Ventura.
Oh, now we're getting to the police station. Go ahead, Aaron.
To answer what Axel said, that it's part of the job description what a pet detective is,
Exactly. Pets disappear.
and
Detective locals
that
them.
it's a real life profession too.
Exactly. There's only one of them. There's only one pet detective.
There was a case here in Australia, particularly in my state. There was a bunch of pets that was randomly getting stolen. So they actually
stole a
literally had
kangaroo?
to call. They literally had to call a pet detective to find them.
I could see the pain on William's face.
Not pain, it's just endurance. We got about an hour left of this movie. I'm counting down. It's an hour and 22-minute movie.
Well, thank the maker that it's not longer like the today's movies.
Yeah, this is
And I assume that we're going to be going straight after this to Flash.
gonna give it about an hour because I got some stuff I got to do in between.
Yep.
Okay,
It is the best worst
come on.
movie
Now
ever.
now he's talking out of his ass to the detective. Come on.
What are you saying, Clint? Because I really don't want to hear what Brad's saying.
Flash Gordon is the best worst movie ever.
Yeah, it's a movie of its time. It's definitely.
Well, it's fitting that we should lead in with the best movie ever, which is Ace Ventura.
Something's wrong with you, dude.
William, come on. I mean, we got this is comedy gold. Like he's talking out of his ass to the detective right now.
First of all,
Did you
comedy
just
gold. I
figure
don't
this
even
out,
know what the
William,
fuck
that
that
was
is.
something wrong with Brad?
Two, there's no moment in this movie that's not dumber than the previous moment in this movie.
We have got to do more of these like comedies.
No, we don't.
Dates.
Only reason we've been doing this one
Brad.
is
Scary Movie 7 is coming.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be watching it.
But you can justify this shit. That's the thing that I don't.
Yeah,
it's
damn
something
right
that's
I
conundrum for me.
Because it goes A to B. It has structure.
No,
it's
it doesn't.
actually funny.
What? It's not funny. It goes
The
nowhere.
Spartans, like we were talking about last night, it's like the pit scene. It's like he kicks the guy into the pit, and they just like roll out people from American Idol for him to kick in for the next 5 minutes. There's no structure.
That literally has as much merit as
point.
this mess.
There's nothing. There's no A to B. There's no there to it.
It's as merit. It has as much merit as this mess we're watching now.
So, are you trying to say, Brad, that 6 is your limit of watching scary movies with your friends?
My limit is it's not even like a limit thing. It's just a like moral principle. Like it's just
Moral principle, and we're watching Ace Ventura. That doesn't
Damn right.
correlate, dude.
This was the first thing I saw Sean Young in when I was a kid. It was Ace Ventura.
I'm sorry.
And it could have been. I mean, of course, she really lobbied for a Catwoman. So theoretically, in some alternate universe out there, I would have known her versus Catwoman.
First movie I ever saw her in was Dune.
Blade Runner for me.
See, Ace Ventura, like the knowledge he displays here, the difference between a porpoise and a dolphin. It's like you can't solve this case without an expert like this.
There is no difference.
No, he just laid out the difference for us. Like the round cone-shaped teeth and the abrupt snout and all that stuff. It's like if they were looking for a porpoise, they wouldn't have found Snowflake.
Are you telling me you're taking animal facts from Ace Ventura?
Exactly. It's like he's a pet detective.
Are you sure you're not on a plane right now flying?
Why would I not take the animal advice from the world's greatest and only pet detective?
I'm just watching you disintegrate right now into something that I can't take seriously any longer.
You are flying on a plane right now, Brad.
I think it was Jim Carrey actually who got this band Cannibal Corpse.
He's flying on a plane called Life.
Exactly. You're dancing along the Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, righty then.
I love where he like asked the one dude here. It's like, hey, is Greg here? And just
Thank you. I'm up to the Cannibal Corpse thing.
Yeah, Jim Carrey is a fan of the band. Apparently he actually was the one who kind of lobbied to have them appear here.
It would have gave them a lot of large exposure.
Yeah. New England clan. I can never remember the red or the white for the password. And William actually seems to be tolerating this section of the movie better for some reason.
I'm actually looking at something else.
No, you got to watch the movie.
I have to run a business.
I'm
watching this movie enough of this just trash.
Part of the business was we took Larry's money. We have to watch the movie now. I mean, I do it for free.
I'm in front of the screen.
You're the one who set the price tag on it. Now we're coming up to the party scene. God, I love the party scene. And that's actually where that GIF I keep playing comes from, the Mission Impossible GIF. Which, incidentally, Jim Carrey, the Ace Ventura Mission Impossible part, that is the one Mission Impossible movie that is better than Mission Impossible 2. The only Mission Impossible movie that exceeds Mission Impossible 2 is the Mission Impossible section of Ace Ventura.
I'm probably just going to mute you and take away your controls so that you can't unmute yourself. Because you're accelerating the stupidness of this movie. It's not getting better with your commentary. It's getting worse.
I think the word you want to use is exacerbate being the stupid.
Yeah.
Don't do anything stupid like this.
How much time is left in this?
We got less than an hour.
Thank God.
It should be 2 more. I think it's the first time we've seen Mr. Castero Daniel Garcia. To me, the Aerosmith music montage made the film better. And you're talking about when he's chasing after like all the football players to look at their ring finger. Yeah, that's because that's set to the Aerosmith song lineup. The second half film was funnier. Ace Ventura was the one that made me laugh since the beginning. Ace Ventura 2 was one. Yeah, again, they're about even for me.
I laughed when they threw the spears at Ace Ventura and hit him in the thighs.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
This is Udo Kier here, by the way, is the party host.
It's
that
in
guy
the
wanna-
bone. It's in the bone.
It's in the bone. And if you come back, they will slaughter all Wachutus and smash your head on a rock. Super. Take care now. Bye then. Has Udo Kier won an Oscar? Like, got any big accolades?
I don't believe so.
You know what else he was in? Just a couple of years was Blade. Blade.
So what?
They extract his teeth. I think even you would agree that you like that better than Ace Ventura.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was in Blade.
Yeah, he's the kind of like the head of the Vampire Council, and Frost, kind of usurps him and throws him out in the sun. The food in his mouth. See, Ace Ventura basically he's basically like an 8-year-old trapped in like a man's body.
And this is basically made for an 8-year-old's mentality too. So.
Well, there's a lot
I
of
could see an 8-year-old seeing this and being like, "I got to do better," even as an 8-year-old.
Well, there's a lot of adult humor in this too.
So stupid.
Okay, here we go. Here comes the Mission Impossible part. Dun 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 dun.
I wonder how they managed to do his hair the way they did.
Yeah, that's a lot of mousse they'd have to put into that. Yeah, I'm just gonna like everybody who's watching at home. If you don't have Ace Ventura up right now,
good for you.
This is the part of the movie we're at right now.
They're like that.
Come on, guys. We did this because it was part of a fundraiser. This has nothing to do with my quality of taste in movies. This is not representative of what we would be watching. Like, keep in mind, this is being done for a reason. This is one of the dumbest. I repeat, I'm going to repeat this slowly. This is one of the top 10, if not top 5, dumbest movies ever made. All right, and like I said,
all that stealth and he
literally
slams the door.
I need an app or something I can watch on YouTube to recalibrate my brain for the dumber I'm gonna be for this hour and 22 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, it's like if nothing else, like Ace Ventura like pushes Williams' hyperbole button.
No, it doesn't. I accurately described this movie.
This is also, and it goes from like a Mission Impossible spoof to a Jaws spoof right here. Yummy.
So stupid. I mean, like I said, I didn't think they can make this movie dumber. You're doing it. You're literally adding.
And see, I love that they don't even. But when he gets out of this, there's like they don't even bother like to explain like how he survived the shark attack. It's just his pants get.
If you made it into this movie, if you made it 31 minutes into this movie, you ain't thinking about details. You're not thinking about watching a quality movie where things actually make sense. If you haven't gotten up and gotten the hell out of it and snuck into another movie with a actual better movie showing, then what kind of details are you caring about at this point? Nothing. If you've submitted yourself to this dreck, then you're all in.
And well, see, William can maybe take some consolation in the fact that if this movie were made today like this way, it get torn to shreds. It would get.
It wouldn't even get. It wouldn't even get funded.
Canceled. It get canceled to like the seventh circle of hell.
If you brought this script into somebody who wanted to maintain their position, then you're just isn't getting made.
A little bit of trivia here. Lauren Holly turned down.
That's that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Turned down the role played by Courtney Cox, but co-starred with Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber later of the year. Holly and Carrey eventually got romantically involved for a few years afterwards.
Who cares? Who the fuck cares?
What's the matter, William? Don't you want to become more knowledgeable of Ace Ventura?
About this movie? No. I know enough about this movie. I know that this movie is awful.
If I'd been drinking out of the toilet, I might have been killed.
That's an
Man,
option
you
for,
didn't bitch this
for
much,
watching this movie.
William. You didn't bitch this much at Dude, Where's My Traw?
Eh.
That's actually might be a slightly better movie, and that's saying an awful less about the. And that movie was horrid. It's like the trifecta of stupid movies. I don't know what's worse out of the three.
The dumbest movie that I've recently seen was that Omen whatever movie they were, or no, not Omen, but the what is it?
Exorcist?
Yeah, The Exorcist, that latest Exorcist movie. That was a total waste of time.
Yeah, here's the Aerosmith montage that Daniel was referring to a minute ago. And of course, it has the running gag. Like are all these guys like actual like NFL players?
I
Guy running track. It's like that's kind of the running gag. Ace trying to catch up, and he has to chloroform him. Yeah, this actually partly like this is Mrs. Doubtfire and Armageddon. Like three of them kind of jointly introduced me to Aerosmith as a kid. Yeah. The mailbox, a little monocle.
Talk about stupid movies. That one movie with Aerosmith that you mentioned,
Mrs. Doubtfire. It's heartwarming.
I'm talking about Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm talking about where they're drilling into the asteroid or whatever.
Oh, Armageddon. I think Armageddon.
Yeah,
that's Marco Coleman is the guy here on the track.
That was hilarious. That was a hilarious movie, Armageddon.
Yeah, these guys are all like they got legit like Miami Dolphins. Or, like all these are all real players. These little cameo roles. Obviously, Dan Marino's the biggest one. He has to chloroform the guy. Because what's so funny about all this is that he just could tap the guy on the shoulder. He could just tap him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, can I check out your ring real quick?" He's defeated, saying there with that look like, Aaron, you're mute. I think you're trying to say something.
It was funny because he looked in the bathroom and he looked down, and the player looks.
Oh
Himself.
yeah, he's well again. The joke about all this is that he's going through all these like crazy ways to like. All he could do is say, "Hey, can I check out your ring real quick?" Just tap on the shoulders. Like it's not like a absurd request to make. Like that's kind of like the joke of all this, or like the guy in the shower, like he
The
snaps
joke
the
in
towel
all
on
this started about a half hour ago.
him.
Yes, William, it did. The movie started, so the jokes began.
Well, the joke began when they said, "We're going to make this movie," and somebody said yes. That was the first joke.
I know Film Junkie has been he's been Ace Ventura at least once for Halloween in recent memory.
I couldn't find a Flash Gordon rubber duck either.
Well, that obviously means the Flash Gordon is not as the enduring classic that Ace Ventura is. You were to have a rubber ducky.
The budget of this film was 15 million, and the box office was 107.2 million.
Yay.
What do you say, William? Math is undefeated, right?
Neither is stupidity. I don't care if this movie made $2.5 billion. It's still fucking stupid. There are a lot of movies that made a lot of money.
Yeah,
that
if
I
it made
think suck.
$2.5 billion, we'd be on like Ace Ventura. We'd have like the MCU of Ace Ventura right now.
I mean, I believe Dumb and Dumber, the original, made good money. That doesn't make that a good movie.
What is Jim Carrey's biggest movie? What's his biggest hit? Look at that. Look that up real quick. I think it might be The Grinch, actually. His single biggest hit. Oh no, his biggest hit is his biggest hit is The Grinch. Actually, pretty close second is Batman Forever.
Flash Gordon screening will be at 6:30 for those of you, if you're still watching this mess long enough to hear that. Otherwise, just keep your eye on the alert stream.
There's a struggle, and he was thrown over the balcony. Face he makes. Oh no, wait, I was wrong. Jim Carrey's most successful is actually Sonic 3. That's his most recent one. Is Sonic 3. That's his biggest hit.
What about the ones he actually headlined?
So you're talking about where he's not like the
Where he's the
villain
star.
Well, like Batman Forever, then you might need to take that out too. In that case, yeah, it probably is The Grinch. Yeah, The Grinch did 347. See, as far as like if you're talking about like the ones again where he's like the first name in the building block, then yeah, that
like this trash that we're watching.
Oh no, actually it was Bruce Almighty. Bruce Almighty did awesome. Bruce Almighty did 484. And then the whole thing with the slide the
do we even have? Do we have? Chad is totally not engaged in this movie.
If does Jim Carrey have anything coming up? Because I'm wondering, is he going to be a Comic-Con in a couple weeks? Because then you might actually get to ask the question of, like, are you comfortable with, like, the legacy of Ace Ventura, or like what that?
No, that's not the question. Are you comfortable where your career ends up? And did you want more roles like Eternal Sunshine? Did you want to be taken seriously as that type of actor? And if he says no, then hey, nobody did. But if he did, hey, and if he actually honestly asked us that, I tried for these roles, I just couldn't get them. And my next question: do you think you did not get these roles because of movies like this overshadowed? And people just didn't take you seriously as somebody who could do a dramatic acting.
Well, like,
did you not take those roles, or did they not come your way? That's,
If I had to guess, like as far as like where his career is at right now, it's like, it seems, because he talked about retiring a few years ago, so it seems like he's really it seems like he's kind of comfortable, right? With Dr. Robotnik is kind of like his main gig like currently.
But like I said, does he get even awkward roles that are like so when you're talking about a dramatic role, is he even in the conversation? And if he's not, is it because of these movies? I'm just curious,
He's very happy when he catches that paycheck with many zeros in it.
There's a lot of people that are he's gonna make money. He could take more comedic roles and he can make that same money. It's at some point you have enough money to the point how this does matter to some. Is how are they perceived amongst the greats? It's like,
well, and like I like what you're saying with like Eternal Sunshine. Like I would even I mean it's got comedic elements, but I would even like as far as like roles or material that kind of that is less that's not like,
it's not slapstick. It's not.
Yeah. Like, I would even include like something like A Christmas Carol kind of in that, where he was Scrooge in that, because that's got comedy in it, but that's not all wacky shack like Ace Ventura.
It's not buffoonery.
Well, the Cable Guy wasn't buffoonery. It was actually a scary movie a little bit.
Yeah, but
you actually had to get to that point, though. That's not the way they promoted that movie. Yeah, that's a dark comedy, but it still has the elements of the buffoonery, though.
Well, it got some backlash at the time, because it was it wasn't like it was a lot darker than what he had what he did. I mean, it's dark, a lot darker than Ace Ventura. It's a lot darker than Dumb and Dumber. It was probably the most villainous, like even with the Riddler, probably the most villainous thing he had done at that point.
It's basically like Single White Female, but it's just fucking him.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Cable Guy.
But now, even with what we're watching right now, my all-time favorite Jim Carrey movie and all-time favorite comedy is still Liar Liar. Ray Finkel, the kicker, laces out.
Oh, this movie actually won a London Film Critics Circle Award.
A second.
I said this movie won a London Critics Circle Award. Yeah.
For what?
It
for newcomer of the year.
Oh. I mean,
so it went straight to Jim Carrey.
Damn right. Yeah, he's talking about London Film Critics Circle, 95. He was Jim Carrey won newcomer of the year. He also it was like between that and The Mask is what he won it for. And
so he won it for the year. Yeah, I can see that.
He also that year, and I find this hilarious, he got favorite movie actor at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. I find that hilarious because this is not a child-friendly movie at all. I mean, like, right? What we're about to see right here. It's like, I mean, this is like got very adult material. Like, this is a PG-13 that misses an R by about that much.
You are right about the Cable Guy, William. I went to it to go see it and thinking it was a comedy, and then I was too young to realize what it was, and I was like, "Oh man, this sucks."
Yeah, it kind of takes some turns there that you just don't expect.
What the cable guy does? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I find that pretty funny that in Nickelodeon, that Kids' Choice, because it's not a kids movie at all. It's not. This is not something you should be showing kids.
It's not something you should be showing anyone, but
I knew you were going there.
So why exactly wouldn't you show this to kids?
Well, I mean, we got what's going on right here, right now. We got what happens in the opening after he returns the dog, and then we got the reveal of Lieutenant Einhorn too. So there's very adult-oriented material in this movie.
it's kind of like a sleepaway camp ending. If you don't want to spoil it to you, that movie fucked people up because they nobody saw that shit come.
Wait, cable guy?
No, Sleepaway Camp. The ending of Sleepaway Camp. I won't spoil it for it's a nearly 40, 50-year-old movie, but at the same time, there's a twist at the end that kind of. This time now, for 24 hours now, I'll be headed out to see Superman.
Which is guaranteed, no matter what you think of it, to still be just a step down from Ace Ventura.
I doubt it. I don't think you have. There's no bottom for the. Well, there is. You're at the bottom. You start at the bottom with Ace Ventura, so everything else is up. This fucking movie almost over.
But we'd have 10 more, or like 5 or 10 more minutes if we were watching the extended cut, so we'd have more hilarity.
We're not watching it. The cut I'm watching is an hour and 22 minutes. And we may not even make it that. An absolute waste of time.
This is my Graceland, sir.
It's like this chat is like. There's enough of you watching, but
you go.
guys are just all stunned of like, why am I doing this?
Or they could be really interested in the movie to the point where
doubt that. Don't even finish that sentence, Clip. Nope. I doubt that shit. They are not. If you're not okay, type in the chat. If you're mesmerized by this movie, I need to know. I need to send you help.
Well, look at this.
This is the reason why we're watching this movie. This is the reason. This is the reason why we're watching this movie right here. See those dogs?
Yeah, are we going to see Ray Finkel in the chat at all by any chance? I have a feeling we might.
I don't think if people were interested, you'd probably see Ace Ventura in the chat, but you're not here.
Alrighty then.
Chat's like dead. They're like, what are we doing?
Remember, Ray laces out.
Oh my god. So the whole I forgot about this thing.
Oh, when she's would they go in like his bedroom and the whole projector?
Yeah.
Cozy if you're Hannibal Lecter.
Hey, William, my birthday's on a Thursday.
Cool. Nah. My pain and suffering is when I saw this movie for the first time and there was no goal. At least, like I said, I can think of things that are a result of this tragedy. There we go, right there.
A non-Breaking Bad, a hanger for your pants, hot dogs wrapped in bacon.
There you go. That's it. Caffeine up to the gills. By the way, guys, you can still donate. I mean, just because we met certain goals doesn't mean
Yeah, you could donate more. We can watch Ace Ventura too.
Nope.
Or Mystery Men.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, Mystery Men might take up that other spot on the Mount Rushmore of awful, stupid movies.
Is it
That
because
was
you
a
don't like it
complete
because
waste of time. But see, I had no expectations for that movie. That movie, from the moment I saw the trailer for that, I'm like, this is stupid. This is gonna bomb. This is gonna bomb bad, and it bombed bad. One of the worst.
So
It
you
would
had
have
an
been a hit if it came out. So
expectation
they
for
made it
this
10 years
movie?
too soon.
Say that, Clint.
You
Go
had
ahead,
an
Clint.
expectation for this movie?
No, and in both of these movies, you can blame the U.S. damn Army for me having to watch either of them, because I saw them both. I saw them both on AT. And when you go, if some of you have been in the military, when you're in another place or in another, it's squad integrity, platoon integrity. They don't want people just wandering around, so they take the senior person, in each group, and that person, you're basically there to be the responsible person. So you don't really choose the movie. You're supposed to let the lower enlisted choose them, and that's what we did. And kids, they fucking chose stupid movies, and there you go. Mystery Men was like complete stupid because everybody's like, "Hey, you in a comic store, don't you? You're gonna love this movie." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I know I'm not." I'm like, I didn't even have to go to the restroom. I just went, get up, got some food, came back, and it's like it was horrible. That's one of the few movies, or one of the movies that got the box office it was worth.
Oh.
That movie was horrible. It had a cool soundtrack. Rest in peace, Smash Mouth. But because that song Rockstar was a hit. Might have been the best thing about the movie. Yeah, I want more. Instead of 8 of those hot dogs, I want 16 of them bad boys. I'm going to be in San Diego for 4 days. Come on.
See, William, right there, what we saw right there, that's why this movie fits in a sci-fi horror fantasy. He just caught a bullet with his teeth. Ace Ventura is clearly a superhero.
Sure. I don't know how to respond to you anymore. This shit almost over with. This movie has 20 minutes left? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Should be 40. It's a go for coffee. And see, William, this is like he's like Sherlock Holmes, a pet detective. He puts it all together so well. He cracks the case like so effortlessly.
All he needs is his own Moriarty.
Yeah, who would his Moriarty be?
In a better movie.
But it might be Einhorn. It might be his Moriarty.
Well, we already met his Dr. Watson.
Yep.
Are we comparing this absolute trash to Sherlock Holmes now? Come on.
I mean, Sherlock, you could use like an injection of levity. I mean,
well, they are both detectives.
Yeah. Now, granted, like Ace Ventura could use some of the kung fu, like from from Sherlock Holmes. But that's what the Robert Downey Jr.
Kung Fu. Oh, you're talking about the bad versions of Sherlock Holmes. So.
Yeah, the ones that have the awesome slow mo fight scenes where he maps out like how he's going to take down his opponent before he does.
All right, sure.
Oh yeah, those absolute that did not capture the imagination of audiences worldwide. It did not like both turn out 500 million without breaking a sweat.
You need counseling, dude. You need somebody to you need to lay down on the couch and let the therapist just work their magic.
Your gun is digging into my hip.
Jesus Christ.
Shady Acres.
We'll be back in, coach. Just give me a chance. I don't see lots of writing on this, but I got it.
Instead of an extended version, there needs to be a shortened version of this movie. Right?
I'm surprised they didn't try and create a live action TV show like they do with anything else.
Hey, what? I mean, that's like that'd be
Thank
perfect for
you,
HBO
God,
Max.
they did not.
Come on, Nick. You want to be perfect for HBO Max
I
or Amazon?
consider myself fortunate that didn't happen. Elfie might be watching that. Who knows?
It's all
It would probably
psychological. I'll do a button hook in slow motion.
It's not funny, Brett.
Oh, the slow motion part always got me.
And are you watching a different edition?
I'm watching the theatrical version. This is not the extended.
Because he just went into his room. Is that where you guys are at?
To Finkel's room? No, I'm at the insane asylum. When he's doing like the whole instant replay of the football pass.
Okay, why am I at where he's in the fucking tutu and with the mannequins? Where are you? What are you doing?
Well, so you're a little bit ahead of me.
Okay, well, Jay, you better catch up because this shit's ending when this one ends.
William's watching at 1.5 speed.
Did you fast forward to get it through this?
No, you just didn't. You weren't paying attention when we started. I'm at an hour and 20 seconds. That's where I'm into. I got 22 minutes of this shit left.
I'm
that's
an hour.
all we have left.
I'm an hour and 4 seconds.
He was at the Bubblers.
So stupid. Hour and 22 minutes. I will get back.
Well, at least this cinematic pain was not caused by me.
It was endorsed by me, though.
Yeah, because you have poor movie taste.
God. How did he not really hurt you? Look at how hard he slams his face in that bench there.
Oh yeah, you're way behind.
Yeah.
But like I said, doesn't matter. When it ends on my screen, it ends. The stream's over. So you could have been an hour behind. Ain't gonna matter.
I wonder if this movie is on CinemaSins.
Oh, I'd imagine. God, William
Is that a catalog for dumb movies?
You haven't heard of Simpsons?
Oh, Simpsons. Okay, I thought
CinemaSins.
No, CinemaSins.
No, what is that?
It's where they tally like, oh, this is a flaw, and like half of what they tally is just like nonsense, or it's not meant to be taken seriously. Yeah, right here they have a just 5 months ago they put up everything wrong with Ace Ventura: Pet to Death in 16 minutes or less.
I mean, The Sins is a whole movie.
Goes into the box. Oh my god. How are you supposed to hide in there? Jesus Christ.
Exactly. This is a cartoon brought to life.
Hey, Aaron, do they say crikey a lot in Australia?
Yeah, we tend to use it,
Okay, so it's not just bobber.
but I rarely use it.
Because I hear you using it a lot on here. Come on.
Laces out. Die, Dan.
Do you carry a really large knife, Aaron?
I've got a katana.
Oh, go
Damn
get
right.
it. Go get it. Go get it.
Yeah.
Go get it. Go get it.
I got nunchucks too, by the way.
Who
Want me to
cares?
bring mine up?
Go get the katana.
I'm bringing my nunchucks up.
2 sticks and a chain. Yay.
It's about as exciting as we're going to get at it, Brad.
Now, a katana, you can use it to cut steak, people, things.
Did you go get it? Let me see it, Aaron.
Right here. I use these are my black belt tests.
Yeah, Bonehead brought his nunchucks that we didn't ask for. Oh, there we go. That's cool. Now you said you had a boomerang too, right?
Yeah, you've seen it before.
Oh, that's right. It's the little one. Yeah. Okay, I remember. An Aussie with a boomerang. That's so appropriate.
Wish I had more.
Oh,
room.
they're red.
Yeah. Oh, these are solid. These are like, listen to this. Like, these are like the kind you could like actually really hurt somebody with.
As you really hurt yourself hitting
Hit
yourself
harder,
in
Brad.
the head.
I don't believe you. Do it harder.
Okay,
For anybody who doesn't know, in Asia, red is a very good color.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be bring good fortune and good luck.
Yeah. And this is
I'm wearing a red shirt and I'm watching this movie. So
well, it's good luck for me. Good luck for all the rest of us.
Shitty movies. Man.
Doesn't mean it brings good luck to everybody. Yeah, these are the set I used during my recent black belt test. I wish I had more room. I could like show you guys some like tricks of it.
Probably bust yourself in the face. That'd be hilarious.
The crying game. That's actually pretty funny in this movie.
And together, how? Why? Now he's taking the pose I always take from on screen. Like
17 minutes left to this mess.
Finkel and Einhorn. And by the way, this is another area where this movie would definitely would be controversial if it came out today with the reveal of Einhorn's secret and how Ace reacts to that. Although, I mean, I would probably, if I found out suddenly, like the woman that kissed me, I mean, I don't swing that way, so it's like I would be a little bit unnerved myself. No, nothing wrong with that. Just
Go get the
Brad's
plunger and plunge your face, Brad.
Brad's getting canceled.
Yeah, somebody's gonna clip this.
Well, no. The other person will be getting cancelled because it'll be considered as sexual assault.
Okay, I don't know how does he like make the connection, like the dog's hair over the picture, like he realizes that looks. I just don't.
Once again, if you're paying attention to these details in this movie, something is seriously wrong.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
So if you're kissing somebody and you're not like disclosing any of that information, it's sexual assault.
Well, it could also be like because she's the the police captain, and well, he's not even on the force technically. So that could also be like an abuse of power. Yeah, this whole throwing up scene. This is what William did, the night before we were gonna watch this movie.
No, he did it when he saw Larry gave enough money to make this movie happen.
Oh.
No.
No, it's like Darth
It's almost
Vader
over.
in episode 3. No.
No. Well, and look at how much he puts like an entire pack of gum right here. Like it goes right from the throw up scene. Like, and now he's getting cleaning himself out more. He's like, okay, I gotta like put like an entire pack of spearmint gum in, and like that blob of gum that he puts when he gets out of the car is like this big.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And actually, I tried this thing he's gonna do in a minute here when he's in the blow up boat and he takes the little handheld fan and he puts it in the water to propel the boat forward. I actually tried that when I was a kid from this movie. I got like one of those like little fans where you press the button and it has the two little propellers and you can just kind of like hold that up to yourself and just cool off that way. I tried to do that actually, like we were family was that summer we went to a lake or something. I tried to do that in one of the little inflatable rafts to try to like create like a little makeshift propeller. It doesn't work. So don't think you're gonna like get a set of propellers out of that, anybody. Dreams are made. Rush.
You are correct, Brad. Physics works all the time.
Ooh. Yeah, and I know Williams is probably gonna again. I'm applying logic to this movie, but like, would they proceed with the Super Bowl if one of the players had been kidnapped like this? Would
Depends
they just say
on who the
screw it?
player
We're just gonna have the Well, Dan Marino's the player in this case. I think
because I know what's his face Barrett, like one of the guys from the Raiders was the center for the Raiders disappeared and it did make the Super Bowl. And they went on with the game. So. "12 minutes left of this garbage."
They use the flipper sound effect for stuff like. A little bit, by the way, a little bit more of Sean Young's background. Of course, Ventura also was in Dune and both Blade Runners. Actually, with like any of the kind of like expanded Blade, has she also been like any of the other like the animated Blade Runner and stuff? She's been a part of that too.
No, not yet, at least. She's referred to, but not in them.
I like that how the entire police force goes out.
Yeah, we don't have other cases we're working on. We're also going to go like find the one like pet to death that annoys us.
Once again, if you've
They
made
don't need security at the Super Bowl.
12 minutes into this movie, and that detail is the one that stops you, sure.
Yeah, this would have killed both of these guys who was swinging that big iron hook in their face.
So stupid.
Yeah, they do send the entire police force over for send some men. That's like send a car over would probably be the usual response.
I mean, I seriously haven't laughed this entire time. The only thing I'm laughing at is Brad making a fool
kill
out of himself.
me! I won't kill anyone. Kill him.
The only thing, you actually added something to this movie, Brad. I mean, something to actually laugh at because there was nothing ever funny about it to begin with.
This is some wrestling type stuff.
You mean the fight they're having?
Yeah.
Oh, you're behind. You're both behind. What the hell? And no, I didn't speed it up.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. The noogie he gives ah. Does it really make that big a difference with the laces to be in or out on kicking a field goal?
Yeah, because it's the way the person holds the ball, the spotter holds the ball. It's the same thing with a baseball. The stitches matter there too.
This is, of course, one of the best Jim Carrey fight scenes of all time.
Okay, we're not picking from a lot here.
No, look at his career. He actually has quite a lot of fight scenes. And they're all very comedic. You know, I think because Gareth Evans has been talking recently since Havoc about the Raid 3. I think I should put Jim Carrey in the Raid 3. Have him be the bad guy. Him as the bad guy.
First of all, this whole thing with him ripping our clothes off like this would have been, and why he's ripping our clothes off like this would have been.
Yeah,
totally
this would get torn apart if it came out today. Although I do really love when he tries to pull her hair off and it's would have to wear one of. He keeps the grin as he does it. Have to wear one of these. That's really on there.
Oh my god.
This movie would not get. This would get absolutely eviscerated today.
My esteemed colleague.
And the Dan Marino had to point that out to him. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is so stupid. All right, we got. My goodness, we got 5 minutes left. We got.
He pointed out nobody else there noticed.
Did nobody else? I mean, yeah. once again, I refuse to make any sense of this movie because this movie made at no point at the conception stage, at the viewing stage, did this movie ever make any sense.
Even the dolphin.
What, she kissed the dolphin too?
Yeah.
Yeah. This it very much from a different time. For any of our viewers born after the year 2000. The William is just like he just sees the finish line in sight.
So that's all I care about. I have 4 minutes. I have less than 4 minutes left of this trash, and I'm not even counting the end credits. We're stopping as soon as the movie says.
You saw me, everybody.
William seeing the light at the very long, dark tunnel.
The longest hour and 22 minutes.
And he gets to.
All right, that's it.
A real woman.
Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie. Like I said, the only reason we did this is because it was for a good cause, which is sending me to Comic-Con in style. That's it. That's the only reason. For those of you who are watching,
if we watch the sequel, it'll be for a great cause. Send you Comic-Con to more style.
You know, the only reason why I would just subject myself to this is because in less than 2.5 weeks, I'm going to be in this atmosphere, and that's it. That's it. That's the only reason. And I held up my end of the bargain. The movie's over. I apologize to you first-time viewers for this. Hey, gotta have a good time in San Diego.
It is the funniest movie we have ever watched.
One of the absolute abject dumbest fucking movies I've ever watched. Period. Of any genre, any kind, animation, any movie, you name the genre. Ace Ventura is literally in the stratosphere of dumbest movies I've ever seen. All right. Well, hey, that's over with. So, everybody say bye.
Yeah. All righty then. It's like, until we meet again, here's my card. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Wow, Brad.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you guys.